Okay, so before I begin for today's topic, I'm going to walk you through the assignment here. So this assignment says a bunch of stuff here. I'm really happy that everybody was able to finish this and it's working out very well. Okay, so here can somebody want to participate here, or I just go through it myself? So what I'm going to do is, I have ls here, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wipe everything off, rm hyphen rf and asterisk. What it does is it will clean everything off from your folder, from that specific folder, okay? So now what I'm asking you to do is create two directories here. So I think everybody did that, very good. I do pwd. So this is my home directory, but you are doing in your own directory, so that is fine. So I'm doing mkdir 1 and 2. So I could do this in one command, mkdir dir1 and dir2. Okay, good. So now next thing is you are creating a folder inside binder. So what I'm going to do is mkdir hyphen p dir2 slash binder1. Okay, either you could do this way, or you could directly go into cd into dir2 and then create mkdir. If you do hyphen p, what it does is it will, if this name is already there, it will ignore that. It's not going to overwrite or anything like that. This is a safe command, and it will do this for you. Okay, and then what you could do is then you go in here and you do pwd. So here I'm going to do 3 files here: touch, file 1, file 2, file 3, and hit enter. I do ls here and I have 3 files here. Okay, what is the command? If I just type cd and hit enter, what will happen? Anybody? cd and hit enter. You guys know this, right? If I just type cd and hit enter, what's going to happen?
Go back to your home directory.
Yeah, very good. It just jumps back to the home directory. Okay, so what I'm going to do is cd and hit enter. So it goes back to the home directory. No matter where you are, it jumps back to your home directory. Okay, now what I'm going to do is next do tree here so that I have a good visual. So the part on the right side is done. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do on the left side here. So the left side I have dir1, and in there it got 2 folders in there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is simply, since I'm creating 2 folders there, it will be safe to just go in there. cd dir2, I'm sorry, 1, and hit enter. And then I do ls. There is nothing in there. I'm going to clear it. Now I'm going to create folder 1 and folder 2. mkdir folder 1, folder 2. Okay, so when I do folder 1 space folder 2, is going to make 2 folders in the present working directory. what will happen if I do this? If I do this, what will happen here?
We'll make a puppy directory.
Yeah, so where would the folder 1 be created and where would the folder 2 would be created?
Folder 1 will be created inside directory 1 and folder 2 inside folder 1.
Yeah, very good. Very good. So you got to be careful how the little slash and all this will change where the directory is being created. So if I do enter here ls, I have 2 directories here, okay? So now I need to create another directory inside student1. Okay, cd folder 1. And I do ls here, there is nothing in there. Okay, so one thing, any directory when it's created, if you do ls-a, what are you going to expect in there?
All files, hidden files also.
Yeah, very good. Hidden files also. But it's going to be only 2 hidden files. Okay, it's going to be present working directory and previous working directory. Because what is happening actually is when you're typing this, it is executing a command. It is actually, these are actually directories in there. See, if you go in there, these are directories. If you do cd into single dot, that means you're looping back into the same directory. And if you're doing cd dot dot, you're just going back up here into directory 1. From there, if you do cd back, you go into Zafar and home. Okay? All right. So now what I'm going to do is so in student 1, I am supposed to create 3 files in there, right? So I have not created student 1 yet, did I? No. So I'm going to do mkdir student 1 and hit enter. Let me go into student 1 and hit enter. If you do ls, nothing is there. So I'm going to clear that and I'm going to do touch stu1, stu1, stu2, stu3 and hit enter. Okay, I'm going to jump back to my home directory and I'm going to do tree and I'm going to visually verify that whatever I'm seeing here is good. Okay, it kind of confused here people because I wrote 2 on the right side, so people were probably following here. So you just have to verify how this is working. So now the next thing is I need to copy from binder 1 folder 2 files here, file 1, file 2 into folder 2. Okay, so this file 1, file 2 is going to get copied into this folder here. So how I'm going to do that? CP. Then I'm going to go through this path here. I'm going to go in here and then I'm going to go in here and then I'm going to go in here. Okay. dir2 binder 1 and I'm going to do file 1 and then I'm going to give the destination. Where is the destination? dir1 folder 2. dir1 / folder 2. Okay, I hit enter and I roll back and then bring 2 here and then if I do tree, folder 2 should have 2 files in there, which is true. Now the next one is move. I'm going to move file 3 into folder 1 here. So file number 3 is going to come and jump in here. So the move command is going to do. What is the move command is going to do? Is going to delete from here and put it in here. Move. And then the command I'm going to do is I have to follow the same path. So if you have something like this already, you could just do this and 3, copy and paste. Okay, and then you have to visually see where the folder 1 is. Right, so dir 1 / folder 1. Okay, and I'll hit enter. And if I do tree, I will have a file in folder 1. Which file is going to be? File 3. So it's going to be gone from here and will show up here. Okay, so file 3 is gone. It was sitting here. Now it's sitting in folder 1. Okay, now this is the challenge here. You want to move the entire directory here, right? So can somebody help me with that? How do I move the directory? Anybody? It's the same command, right? Move command. You have to use the move command to move the directory from one place to another place here. So let's do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to type mv and the directory location. So I'm moving student, the entire student directory, and where I am moving it to, I'm moving it to dir2. I'm moving it here. So move dir1 folder 1 and then student, and then the location I'm going to move it to dir2 / binder 1. I'm just moving it to dir2. Yeah. Okay, if I do tree, so I moved the student. If I look here, stu was in this directory here. Now it's sitting into dir2. See, dir2. So I'm impressed. Everybody did really good here. Very, very good.
I have a question for you right quick.
Yeah.
On the instead of having to be specific on what you're moving, can you just say mv directory 1 since you're moving that old directory, and just put dir2 as well, so you can just move the old directory into directly to the. You have to specify folder 1 and student 1 as well.
No, this is the address for student 1, right? So every directory has the address there. Every directory and file has the address. Okay, this is the which kind of address is this? Just by looking at it, which path is that?
Relative path.
Yeah, that is a relative path. And if it's an absolute path starts from every file and directory have to have an absolute path. Okay, so for this directory, if I go in this directory here, cd dir2, okay, and then I'm going to go to student 1 and hit enter. Okay, so this is the relative path here. Relative path from wherever you are. But if you do pwd, this is the absolute path, because it is giving you more information here. what is, you were in Zafar, right? So what's going to happen is for the remainder part of the address is considered as a relative path, and this is a full address. So if you are over here, right, if you're in PWD Zafar itself, you could definitely type the full path to accomplish the same thing. If I do this, see, I'm in the directory student1 using the absolute path. Okay. All right, is that what your question was, or was different, something else? Okay, so moving along, assignment B, all you have to do is just copy and paste it here. This is going to become fun later on. Okay, so what I'm going to do is open a blank text pad and then paste it in there, the commands you want. Okay, if you don't want any spaces, you could do that. Or if you want spaces, you could do that too. What space does, it will actually help you enter the command. So a couple spaces before and after is fine. Copy from above, couple space above, couple space below. All you have to do is copy and paste it in here. What it's going to do is, you're just typing the command and hitting enter each time. That's what is happening. Okay, you paste it in the boom. All the, how many commands we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, you have 7 commands here. Later on, you will have hundreds of lines in there. This is what you're gonna tell the system to do it for you. Okay, so this is the basis of creating a script. Okay, any questions regarding script? Okay, so let me go into assignment C here. Okay, so the assignment C, it says create an alias with your name and add your favorite commands in it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, these are my favorite commands, so I'm going to go ahead and add these in here. How I'm going to do that? You have to do the semicolon. It would be really nice if you add echo in there so that it gives us space. In fact, I'm creating a directory here. And then it will automatically go into CD directory, and then is going to do touch files in there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, I'm going to copy this whole thing. And I'm going to see what I have ran here is like mkdir and all this touch. It has already done it for you. Okay, see, the directory fun was created, and then it automatically created file 1, file 2, and assignment in there. Where is it coming in from? All those things are coming in from here. So what I'm going to do is rm-rf asterisk. So this will delete everything from here. If I do tree, there is nothing there. Clear. If I want to see what are the aliases I have in there, what do I type? Alias. Okay, I don't have anything funky in here, so I'm gonna create alias. alias, and then I'm gonna give fun1 and an equal sign, and I'm gonna put this into the semicolon, and then I'm gonna do this. So you have to put it in either the double quotes or single quotes and hit enter. And if you type alias in there, you should see the command created fun1. So now if I type only fun1 this time, everything is going to run. So what you did is you created your own command. The thing is here, I'm going to type fun1 and hit enter, and boom. Okay, if I do tree here, so this file, the folder, couple folders were created and 3 files were created. Why is it happening? Because all this is happening because of this. Okay, do you see how this thing is kind of getting automated also? Okay, so we will need this later on in the course when we will be using automating some mundane stuff. Okay, so assignment D, copy or move a file into present working directory from any other directory. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clear it. I'm going to do tree. So I'm going to copy fun3 into pwd. Okay, so how I'm going to do that? cp. Okay, now I need the location. What is the address for the file fun? Anybody? What is the address of file fun 3? So this would be assignment.
Is it assignment forward slash fun slash fun3?
Yeah. And now I don't need to worry about what I'm copying from where. I want it in my present working directory. All I have to do is put the period in there. Okay. So right now there are no file fun in Zafar here, right? So if I do ls, fun3 is not there. But if I just copy this and hit enter, if I do ls now, fun3 is there. I want to copy or move fun2 into pwd using the full absolute path. Somebody help me with that. The answer is right in front of you. I'm going to move fun2. So what is the absolute path for fun2? Come on, guys.
Assignment forward slash fun slash fun2.
And what path is that? What address is that?
Isn't that's the relative path, isn't it?
Yeah. Give me the absolute path.
/home
Yeah.
/Zafar /assignment
Very good.
/1 /1 2. Then period.
Okay. Fun1. Okay, and then a period. Fun1. So this command is actually cut it from here and put it here. Put it in Zafar directory. See? It's gone from underneath fun and it's showing up here in fun1. Okay. Let me make it tougher for you guys. Yeah. Okay, I want to create another directory inside wherever I am here in my present working directory. I want to create a directory called no fun. Okay, mkdir no fun. If I do tree, so this is assignment, fun1, fun2, fun1, fun2, fun3, and fun. All these are on same level, okay? Remember that. Because it's coming from here.
A question for you, sir. So by moving fun1 to the same level as no fun, do we now make fun1 a directory and fun3 also a directory?
No. Why are you making a directory? If it's a file, it's a file. You cannot convert a file into directory. Okay.
Yeah, because I was thinking you said they're on the same level. That's why I was asking,
Well, a directory and a file could be in the same side by side. It's possible. Okay, where are all these 4 items are? Where are they sitting into? They're all sitting into /home. /Zafar. Do you agree with that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. So now what I am going to do is I'm going to go into cd into no fun pwd, and then I want to move fun2 into no fun. Okay, somebody help me with that. mv, I'm going to help that part. Okay, fun2, I'm moving fun2 into no fun. What do I do? It's right in front of you.
Assignment.
Okay.
Assignment /fun/fun2.
And
space.
Yeah.
Home /Zafar.
Can I do this?
No. I don't think, because that's just gonna move it to present directly.
That's what I want.
Yeah, actually you can. Yeah, you can, because you're in no fun right now. That's correct. You can do that.
It's not working. What is the problem?
Follow the absolute path.
It didn't work.
You had to follow the absolute path.
Yeah, very good. Because you say fun here, right? Wherever you're standing, This assignment directory is not inside fun. This is a way you have to go back up and then you could go in there. Okay. So always, this is where you really need the absolute path here. MV so there is no tree here. Let me bring tree back. And I'm going to do cd hyphen, go back into fun directory. So this is where I'm standing. I have to go back one up, then go into assignment, then go into fun, then go into fun 2 or fun 3. So I'm going to go MV, okay? And then can somebody help me with the absolute path? Home / Zafar / assignment fun and fun 2 and a period. What will happen is this will remove fun 2 from fun and put it into no fun. If I do ls here, you see this. If I do tree here, you just see fun 2. Why you not seeing all this here if you do tree? Because it's showing you only information about this folder and going down this folder here, okay? If you want this information here, you have to get out of there and type tree there. Now you see fun 2 was sitting here in this location and it is now into fun. Let's try copying fun 3 into no fun here, other way. Okay, hold on. There is one more way you could do it using the relative path. What would be the relative path for fun 1 from here? What would be the, I'm sorry, I keep saying wrong here. I am over here. What would be the relative path for fun 3? It's dead easy. Okay. I'm going to do CP ... So when I did from here cd ... when I do cd ... from no fun here, where I am going to be? I'm going to be in Zafar. Now that I'm in Zafar now, then I could see assignment in here. See? Fun 3. And I'm copying it here. There you go. Fun 3 is there. All right. Don't sweat over this. I just showed you. But you don't need to worry about it. You will get all that with the experience here. But whatever you have learned so far, that is more than enough for you. These things, you don't use normally here because there is a chance of error here doing something like this. There is a lot of chance of error if you do. Well, it didn't save it, so. But yeah, don't worry about it. Whatever I showed you already, it's more than enough here. Okay, and the last one is write a piece of paper and demonstrate what is okay, so everybody did that really good, so I'm really happy. It was fun, and I think everybody enjoyed it, right? Everybody enjoyed having this exercise, so it is really good. So let's take a 5-minute break and we'll come back in about 5 minutes and then we'll continue with the new course. Okay, 5 minutes break start now. Okay, so give me a moment here. Okay, did I talk about renaming the file? I already talked about it, right? We use the running command Okay, so I did talk about the rename a file or folder, okay? All you have to do is move. Use the move command, remember that. Renaming is nothing but a move command. So we stopped at running multiple commands. Yeah. And did I talk about echo? Okay, so the echo command is there. So now we're going to learn something very new and important. So everybody, if you're following along, go ahead and do rm-rf and asterisk. It will wipe everything off from your present working directory. If you do ls, there shouldn't be anything, and if you do ls-a, there are some hidden files here. Okay, so you're working your home directory, they have extra stuff in here, okay? So we'll talk about that a little later. But any directory you create as a new, the only hidden directories would be dot and two dots. So I'm going to clear this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a file. Okay, everybody follow this with me because it's really important. We're going to go into the editor. Editor means we could create a file in there, and in that file what you could do is you could go and use it as a text pad, but you're going to be using only the commands. I'm going to make this very big so that you have it really good on your screen. Appearance change. I'm going to make it to maybe 26 and see what happens. Okay. So everybody follow with me. Create a file name touch. Make sure you type rm-rf asterisk and hit enter. You want to get rid of everything what you have there. And type touch file 1 and hit enter. Okay. Now what we need to do is we need to type something inside the file 1. Right. So far it's a blank file. We don't know what's inside the file 1. So for that, type vi V as in Victor, I as in India, and name of the file, file 1, and hit enter. Okay, so what you will have is, this is a blank file you have. You are on a very top, line of the file, and there is nothing in this file. Why? Because this is a blank file. Okay, so I want to type a line inside this file here. Okay, how I'm going to do that? So right now you are in command mode. If you want to start typing in this file here, if you want to type something in this file here, all you have to do is push I as in India on the keyboard. So what will happen is down on the bottom you will see insert. You guys see insert on the bottom? Right? You see it, right? It says insert here. So whenever you see insert here, that means you are in a edit mode. So you could start typing something in there. Okay, so I'm going to start typing in there. I'm going to type, this is a Linux course. Hit enter, and I'm on the second line. This is a fun course. So the moment I'm done, I want to save this and exit out of this file. Okay, so if you want to save this, you have to push before you really save it, you have to push the escape key. All right, so everybody knows the escape key on your keyboard, right? This is the escape key. Do you see it or no? Oh, hold on. Okay, actually it's not showing up in there, so hold on. But here, my mouse is there. Whenever my mouse goes on the escape key, everybody should know what an escape key on the keyboard. Come on. It's a key on that very top left, ESC. So push the escape key and you will get out of the insert mode. Down on the bottom, you don't see insert mode here anymore. Right, the insert mode over here is gone. You don't see the insert mode there anymore. Okay, now what you have to do is you push the escape key, then you have to hold on the shift key and push a colon. This is the shift key and this is the colon. Colon is right next to L. L as in lion. Okay, go ahead and do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do shift colon. Okay, so I'm going to stop here and I want to make sure everybody is with me. Do you see a little colon there? Two dots on top of each other. These are colon. I hope everybody could hear me. It's a dead silence. Can one of you confirm you're following along?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah,
And
we
I
can hear
see the
you.
column.
Okay, so you got colon, right? Very good. Now what you have to do is push the letter X as in Xerox on the keyboard and hit enter. That's it. It will save and exit for you. I want to see what's inside in there. I go VI file 1. Okay, so I see there this is Linux course and this is a fun course. I don't want to do any edit. I hold shift and Q. Q as in queen and hit enter. Okay, I get out of there. I'll go in there again. I hold the shift and Q as in queen and hit enter. I'll get out of there. I want to go in there and add a line. I go VI file 1 and I'm gonna go, so I want to add a line. So I go I as in India and go all the way to the end of the line and hit enter. And I'm gonna say I am adding line. And I push the escape key. The moment I push the escape key on the keyboard, the insert mode is gone. I'm gonna push the escape key. The insert mode is gone. But you need to get out of here. What you need to do is, this time you want to save and exit, you do X as in Xerox and hit enter. Okay? So what I'm gonna do is, so you add 3 lines and you do X, save and exit. Okay, and then you have to do shift colon. And here you push I. I to start editing. I to start editing. This looks horrible. Okay, I to start editing and escape. ESC. To stop editing. Okay, so let's see here. All right, I'm going to pause for a few minutes. I want to make sure everybody is doing this before we move along.
All right, I'm having an issue.
Yeah, go ahead.
So it says E325 attention found a swap file by the name of .file1.swp.
Yeah. So for that, you do shift, do escape, shift colon, and do Q.
Okay. So that means I can't go in there and write anything?
You know what? Go ahead and delete this. I mean, something might have happened there. Delete that file, create that file again. Are you in there still, or are you out of it?
I'm out of it.
Yeah, remove that file and give a file a different name, file 2 or something. We'll talk about that, what is happening a little later. It's going to be hard to explain.
Sure.
So what we did was we created a file, touch file 1. Okay, and then VI editor. So remember, it's VI. Don't ask me where it's coming from and all that. That's how it is. VI stands for, I have no idea. Let me tell you what it is. Stands for VI improved. It still doesn't tell me what it means here, but I'll quit. So VI means, I'll just call it VI means virtual editor. Okay, just keep it that way. You don't have to worry about too much where it's coming from. It's like a notepad on your Windows machine. This is like a notepad, right? This is what it is. Okay, this is the best. This is best. All you're gonna use in Linux is something like notepad here. There is no graphic, there is no Word document, nothing in there. You don't have to worry about all that crap. So now what you need to do is, I want to make sure everybody is following along with me, okay? So now let's do, clear this again. Everybody follow along with me. I do ls here, right? There is file 1. What I could do is, I don't have to do touch file 1. I could do vi file 2. What it's going to do is, when we quit and save, it's going to save that file as file 2, okay? I'm going to go vi file 2. I'm not doing touch this time. And it's a blank file. It opens a blank file for you. I'm going to go in there. I'm going to say this is file 2. This is created without touch. And this is still fun class. Okay, I put it in 3 lines in there. The reason I'm able to type in there is I push I as in India and I'm able to do it in there. I push escape key on the keyboard, top left. The insert mode will disappear. And I'll do shift colon. So this is called, when I'm in shift colon, this is called a command mode. Shift colon is literally called as a command mode. Okay, shift colon. And I is to get into insert mode. Excuse me. Okay, I do X as in Xerox and hit enter. Now if I do ls here, the file is created here, okay? File is created here. So you don't have to do touch and then create a file. You could directly go start, open, it will open the file for you, and then when you save and exit, it will save and exit for you. So there are a bunch of other commands in there. I'm already we don't have to worry about knowing all the commands. So you just have to know the ones I showed you today. So here.
What did we use the Q for?
I'm sorry. Q is to quit.
What?
Q is to quit the existing file without changing anything. Okay? If you just went into the read-only mode, okay, so if you do file file 2 and go in there, you are in read-only mode. You're not doing anything. The moment you put this I as in India, then you are in an edit mode, and then you could start typing in there. You go to end of the line and hit enter, and you do adding line 2, line 4. Push the escape key, it will get out of it. And if you do simply Q, this time it's going to give you an error. Why? Because you made an edit in there. So you have to do Shift X as in Xerox and hit enter. So it will save and exit. Okay. If you made edit and try to quit, what will happen is it will give you an error.
No.
So what I'll do is I'll type the commands in here. Okay, so file here. So I'm going to say basic VI editor, basic commands. Okay, so if you do VI file 1, you can go in this file okay, you can use this to create new file or go into using existing file, provided file 1 is already there. Okay, once you are inside the file, so everything is lowercase. I as in India will once you inside the file, you will be in read-only mode. Okay, I as in India will allow you to edit file. Escape ESC will allow ASA will exit edit mode. Will allow you to edit file. So this means edit mode. Okay, will exit edit mode. So exit edit mode. Okay, and shift plus colon, shift plus colon. I hope everybody knows these little characters here. I mean, we're not used to it as much, but all these things are really important when you're doing scripting, any programming. All these things come into play a lot. Shift colon will put you in command mode. Okay. Okay, here once you are in this mode, you could type the commands. Okay, so once you are in there, so the basic commands is X to save and exit. Save files and exit. Okay, save the file and exit. So I'm going to say save and exit. Okay. Q is quit. Quit the file. Quit the file and exit. If you have not made any changes. Okay, and Q and exclamation. Exclamation key is on your number 1 key on the left side of the keyboard. If you look closely on the number 1 key on the left side of the keyboard, you have like an exclamation on number 1. Okay, so Q and exclamation. Quit the file without saving if you have edited. So quit without saving. Okay, so I'm going to demonstrate that. But before that, what I am going to do is, let's see here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to annotate and. So I'm going to explain this part here. Creates new file. Okay, so when you save and exit, so after you save and exit, so this is the new file is created here. Okay, when is this file created? After you have saved the file and exited out of it.
Mr. Zafar, are you using the VI command to create file to like
Yes,
touch command as well?
absolutely. Yep, you got it, man. Because when you do VI and hit enter, what will happen is it will automatically goes into it's in the memory here. I don't want to explain that too much, but it goes into the memory and automatically creates a file in there for you. When you do X and exit, that is exactly when the file is created.
If you just quit, the file won't be created?
The file won't be created. Very good. Let's go ahead and do that. Everybody do VI file 3. VI file 3. And then Shift Q. Get out of it. And then you do LS, there won't be any file in there. So I'm glad everybody is catching up and getting what I'm showing you. So if I do vi file 3, okay, let's do ls here. File 3 doesn't exist. If I do vi file 3, it opens a blank file. Remember, if the file doesn't exist, it opens a blank file. And I'm going to shift Q and exit out of there. If I do ls, the file never got created. If I do vi file 3 and the file is still blank, if I do file X and create, now the file is getting created. Uh-oh. File didn't get created. It's tricking me, huh? Okay, so now I think you have to have a line in there before you really could save it. So you have to have a character in there. Let's save and exit. Now you should see file 3. Well, that's a very good observation here. So I thought you could create a file just using the blank file using vi, but it's not the case. You could create a file using a touch file. Everybody knows that, right? So when you do vi and file 1, you have to have some kind of content in it so that you could save something to it. Okay, so some of the other commands I think are necessary. What I'll do is I'll copy some commands which are already there. Look into it if you have time, but don't worry about it too much because those are in fact, let me just put in the basic ones here, and I'll put the basic commands and the advanced commands also, and let's see what happens. vi editor, okay, so these are the quick and easy ones, but these are the I will repeat in here, don't sweat on it. So shift, this is the technical term, this is ready for the commands. X, save and exit. :Q, quit if you have not made changes. Okay, Q : Q and exclamation, quit without saving even if you have made the changes. So let me go into vi file 3 and then I'm going to say this is file 3 and it is nothing here, right? I typed this in there and I have to shift Q and exclamation. What will happen is whatever I made changes in there, it will ignore it. So if I go into vi file 1, whatever was originally in there will be there. If I do X and exit, then it will save the changes. And if I do I go into insert mode. Okay, and moves the cursor You know what, actually don't worry about all this here. I'm going to get rid of this. Okay, so now let me quit. Let me go into VI file 2. Okay, so what O does is it will open a line. It will go into insert mode and open a line right where the cursor is at, underneath the cursor. So if I'm on line 2, right, if I push O, it will go on, it will create a space between line 2 and 3, and then it will go into insert mode. You see that? Okay, that's all there to it. Okay, I'm going to quit. Shift Q. That was only the dimension Q and exclamation. And then it says YY. So if I want to copy line 2, I just push YY on your keyboard twice. YY. Now the file, now the line 2 is copied here. I want to paste it below line 4. All I have to do is push P as in puppy. It will paste it for you. If you push like couple times, it will start pasting it, because once you copy it, unless you clear it, it's in there. Okay. Okay, I say, oh, I want to paste only one line. I don't want to paste 4 lines in there. All you have to do is it will undo it for you. Okay. Now if you want to delete line 3 here, I don't like this class, you push DD on your keyboard. That's it, the line D is gone. Or once you do DD, you do P here, it will paste it here for you. It's cut and paste. Either you use DD to cut it and save it, or you could paste it somewhere else. Okay, and if you do Shift colon and a forward slash, and I want to search something in this file here, right? Later on, you will be dealing with a lot of lines in the file here. Or I want to search something in the file that starts with Linux. Okay, I don't see Linux in here. I just type in something that looks like line, L-I-N-E, and hit enter. What will happen is the cursor will jump to that line, whatever line that has line in it. Okay, so if you do Shift colon, I see created in there twice, right? I'm going to type created and hit enter. It will highlight created. Wherever the created is there, it will highlight that part. Let's do touch. I see touched couple times here. See, it highlights the touch. I see ease 4 times in there. So let me type ease, and oh wow, ease is actually 8 times in there. Let's see how many times is fun. Oh shoot. Okay, I see fun in there once. So I type fun and hit enter. And wherever that fun is appearing, it will highlight that. I want to replace all these things here. I want to replace created here, created here. So how do I replace this? I'm going to go Shift. And I'm going to add percentage. Okay. And I want to replace fun. No, I want to do S. Percentage S stands for search. What I'm searching? I'm searching without, and what I'm doing, I'm replacing it with something called funny. So what is happening here is okay, so this part search and this part, what are you searching? Okay, search this. Search without and replace it with fun. Search for without and replace. Okay, did you get it? Okay, so now I'm gonna get rid of this too. You don't need it. Okay, these are the things you would need day in and day out. Okay, so they are more advanced stuff. I'm just gonna put it in there. If you have time, play around with it. If not, don't worry about it too much, because they are way too advanced for myself too. I'm not using it as much, but if you have time, you could definitely play around and look into it and see if I should say just play around at least once so that you get some fun out of it. It's actually fun to do it. So the basic thing you need to understand is the command mode and edit mode. As long as you understand the command mode and edit mode, you're really good. Okay, all right, I'm gonna pause for a minute here because I think this is too much. So here, when I run this, wherever without was there, it changed to funny over here and over here. So it changed in two places. And I do shift and X, save and exit. Okay. All right. So everybody, let's start from scratch here. Everybody do RM. Oh, I'm sorry, what? You have a question? So everybody follow along with me. Do RM-RF asterisk and it will wipe everything off in your folder. If you do ls, there shouldn't be anything in there. Okay, now what we're gonna do is so let's do VI file 1. Everybody follow along with me, please. VI file 1, right? And hit enter. And everybody type exactly what I'm going to say. Right now, if you type on the keyboard, what will happen is it will start going into the insert mode. So do I as in India, and it goes into insert mode. And start typing, this is Linux. That's it. Then push the escape key on the keyboard. Okay, so you're out of the edit mode. And do shift and a colon. Now you are in a command mode. And type X as in Xerox. And then hit enter. Okay, that's it. So if you do ls, file 1 is there. Now let's go into VI file 1 again. And push O as in orange. It will open a new line wherever your cursor is at. And type, this is line 2. Escape. Shift and colon. You are in command mode. X as in Xerox. And hit enter. You save and exit. Let's go into VI file 1 again and hit enter. I want to open a line between line 1 and line 2. So I push O, so it opens a line between that line. It actually opens a line between, it actually opens a line below wherever the cursor is at. Okay, I'm going to say this is middle line. Hit the escape key, shift and colon and X as in Xerox and hit enter. Okay, the line is created or the file is saved. Okay, let's try it again. VI file 3 or file 1, same file. And then I'm going to say, I'm going to edit the file here. I go I, and then I'm going to say, and then I'm going to go here and then say 2, and I'm going to say 3, and I'm going to say 4, no, yeah, 3, and I'm going to go up here and say 1. I'm going to push the escape key, shift colon X. Okay, let's go back in there again. Select any line, and then I'm going to type YY on the keyboard once. Don't push I as in India because you will go into insert mode. You type read only mode, I do YY, it copies the line. Go on to the third line and do P couple times. P, 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 P. So it pastes the lines, however times you push P, it will paste it for you. and shift and X. Shift colon X. Okay, let's go back into the line again. And I have so many lines in here, okay? So I want to delete these two lines here, this one and this one. I do DD, DD. If I do DD twice on the line, that whole line is gone. So you gotta be careful. If that line has 1,000 characters in one line, all those characters are gone. Shift colon X, enter. So we saved and exit again. And I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna go all the way down here and go to insert mode. Or if you use O, it will open insert mode and then gives a line, new fresh line. And I'm gonna say this is last line, and then I escape. But this time I don't want to save it. I want to save without quitting. I want to quit without saving. So Q as in queen and the exclamation mark and hit enter. If I went in there, so the original lines are there. The extra line I added last time is not there anymore. Okay, so let me delete like last 4 lines. Delete, 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 delete. I deleted too many lines in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do U as in India. I'm sorry, U as in umbrella 2 times. And I wanted only 2 lines deleted. So I'm undoing it. Shift X, save and exit. So I just did undo. Okay, I think this is more than enough for this class here. So don't sweat too much on this. It's gonna be you're gonna be using this every day, a lot. All right, let's take about 5-minute break, and then we'll go for another half hour. Then I'll close for the day. All right. If you have any questions, ask me after the break. So it's 12:07. We'll be back at 12:12. Break starts now. So it's like extra commands, right? So if the file is very small and you know you don't want to go in there, there is a command for that called cat. CAT file 1. So there is a file 1. What I'm going to do is cat. I'll tell you what cat stands for, file 1. And hit enter. What it does is the cat commands quickly reads the file and brings the output here so that you know what's inside the file. So cat file 1, it reads the file and comes back to the command prompt. Okay, so we know this file is a small file and we could read this file. So everybody go ahead and do that cat file 1, and once you're done, you should see it should show you the output on the screen. Did it work for everybody? At least one person can confirm that.
Yes.
Okay. So cat is usually it's a fun command. You usually use it to quickly read the file. So the cat actually means concatenate. So here, I think I covered before I move on. before I move on, any questions about VI editor? At least the basic ones. It's pretty simple. VI, name of the file, I to insert, start doing edit, escape to stop editing, shift colon, save and exit. So it's not a big deal, not too much. So the cat commands, the cat is concatenate. It reads the file. It reads the file. It reads the file and displays output. Displays the output. Everybody still know what output is, right? This part is output. This is output, and this is input. So you do cat file1, and this is what you see on the output. Now, what I want to do is, can you read two files at the same time? Anybody? Let's do cat. Let's do vi file2, and I'm gonna say insert, this is file 2. This is the content of file 2. Okay, escape, shift X, colon X, enter. If I do cat file 2, see the cat file 2 is there. Now what I'm going to do is cat file 1 and file 2. File 1 and file 2. Don't put and in there. Cat space file 1, file 2. So it reads both files at the same time. So the cat command can read more than one file. Everybody with me?
Yes, sir.
What I'm going to do is, now I'm getting into some groove here. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to do cat file 1, file 2. Instead of seeing on the screen here, I'll put it into another file, file 3. And I will do that on the fly. Cat file 1, file 2. Now, if I do want to put the content of file 1 and file 2, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the greater than sign. File 1, file 2 greater than sign file 3. Can somebody predict what will happen here?
Both the files will go into
File 1
file
and
2.
file 2 would be copied in file 3.
Very good. Very good. So the cat command, this is source and this is the destination, and this is called redirector. Okay, so this is called a redirector. So this is called a redirector, but there are three kinds of redirector. I'll explain you what it is, okay? So this is called redirector. Always remember greater than sign. All these signs and symbols are make a lot of meaning in Linux and all that. Programming, scripting, all these things have a lot of value. So this is called a redirector. That means whatever we have in the file 1 and file 2, this is horrible. I mean, I can't really write on this iPad. Content of file 1, file 2, will be sent to file 3. So file 3 and file 1 will have these lines here. Exactly these lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there is a blank line, that 2, 6, 7, 8 lines. File 3 will have 8 lines in them. So all these things is going to go into file 2, file 3.
Copy or move?
Somebody has a question?
Yeah, is it copy or?
It will copy, exactly. Very good question. It's not going to cut and paste, it's going to copy it. So I'm going to hit enter. And how do I read file 3 without going inside file 3?
Cat file 3. You're
Yeah.
gonna tap cat file 3.
Very good. Very good. Very good. So what will happen is redirector so there are 3 redirectors. So there are 3 redirectors. One is 0, other one is 1, and last one is 2. Okay, so 1 is greater than sign, and 2 is, if you want to do, okay, we'll talk about this here. Let's talk about this only once here. I'm showing you the 1 first, and I'm going to show you 2, and then I'm going to show you 3, what 3 is. Okay, so this is called standard output. Okay, so if I do cat file 3, see, I told you it has the content of file 1, file 2, and it went into file 3. Now there was no file 3. This, when you did this, it has created a file 3 for you. The content of the file 2 and file 3 are now in file 3. The content of file 1 and file 2 are copied to the content of file 1 and file 2 are copied to file 3. What command is that? This is the command we did. It's not very difficult, guys. It's not a rocket science. Okay, so this is, so what we're doing is we are taking this 2 and we redirecting it. Okay. So what if I do this cat file 1 greater than file 3? What is going to happen here?
The file 1 is gonna redirect into file 3.
Very good. What is it I'm going to see in there when I do file cat file 3? I'm going to see this and top of this, right? Now what will happen is if I use only single, it will override this. only thing I'm going to see is what was in file 1. So file 1, this part is going to be gone. It will overwrite it. See? This part is gone. In fact, it removed everything that was originally in there and then put this thing as a fresh lines. So when you do this here, single greater than sign, it will overwrite. Okay, so you got to be careful with this. So single greater than sign greater than redirector will overwrite the content of the existing file. Okay, this is really important. Remember that, okay? Because you don't want to go at work and then do this here is going to create a lot of problems. So what is the solution? If you want to keep it and if you want to add the line here, add double greater than sign. Okay, so if you do this, it will overwrite the existing file. To keep the existing lines and close the door in 20 minutes, 10 minutes. To keep the existing lines as well as add to it, use double greater than sign. Okay, so this is a preferred method. Which one is green? This is green? Yeah. I'm colorblind. Spoiler alert. So please don't tell anybody else. Okay, so if I do this, what will happen is it will keep this. On top of that, it will add this too. So we should see that twice. See? Now we should see it twice. Okay, what if I do this here? This line, file 1, file 2, and then I'll do this again. What will happen is it will keep these lines, and top of that, it will add these lines also. It's just simple. Now do cat file 3. So there is a limitation for cat command. If you have like thousands of lines, you better go to vi file 3 if it has like a lot of lines in there, right? So this is where it is. You see how this is building up. You go up and down, and if you want to delete everything, you do. This is when the vi editor comes in. So this is called standard input. I mean standard output. Standard input is backwards. Actually, standard input is backwards here. Standard output. In the old days, if you want to run the cat command, cat file 1, you're doing this right. In the old days, what you have to do is cat, you have to put this one, input file 1. Then it used to read it. But with the new, with the advancement in technology, you don't have to put the redirect anymore, but we will use it in scripting. So this is called standard input. So the numerical value for standard input is 0, 1, 2. Guys, remember, decimal system starts with 0 and ends with what? Number starts with 0, right? Everybody agree with that? Number starts with 0 or 1?
0.
And what does it end with?
9.
9, very good. There is no such thing as 10. 10 you create with the combination of 0 and 1. 11 combination of 1 and 1, 12 1 and 2, so on. So the maximum number of numbers out there are 10, and you use those 10 numbers 0 to 9, 10 numbers, right? 0 to 9, 10 numbers. So you use that to create any other number. All right, few more minutes, I'm going to end it, okay? So actually the redirector, the 1 should have been here. So I'm going to clear the screen. It used to be in old days cat file 1. Okay, so in the old days, this is used to be input. Okay, so this is called input redirector. And it's represented with 0. Actually, there is one other thing I'll show you. It used to be zero and this. Okay. And this is the source file. This is the source file, and then input redirector 0 greater than. Okay, I'll show you why is it so have to use 0. In the old days, people used to use 0. Old days means 70s. Okay, in 70s, people used to use the redirector like this. So this is the same thing as if you put down 0 and greater than sign file 1 is going to do the same exact job. Are you following me? Okay, so don't sweat too much on it. The more you do it, the better it gets. And so the input redirector. So I'm going to make a note here. The note is and then let me do cat file 1. Cat file 1. So since it's doing the everything by itself here, so back in 70s you have to do like this, in 80s you have to do like this, and now you don't even have to do it because it's automatically built in.
All three of these commands are the same.
They're all the same here. In the old days you have to do that, but it has advanced itself. So actually I'm going to put it in the order here. So this is the oldest way of doing it, and the second oldest way, and then the most recent way of doing is this one here. So I'm going to make a note here. You could still do it now, but it doesn't matter if you want to do it or if you don't want to do it. So cat 0 greater than file 1 cat 0 file 1, cat 1, and like this file 1. No, not 1. Cat 0 and this, and cat file 1. All three are same exact command. So either 0 or greater than sign is automatically either 0 or greater than automatically inserted by system. Okay, so I mean, the more you do, the more we're gonna go into Linux, the interesting it gets here. This is why this is automatically pays automatically. If a Windows administrator is making 70,000, the Linux admin will automatically make 30% more because he has this skill set here. So I'm telling you, just because of you knowing Linux, you are automatically into a higher pay grade. Okay, so why? Because everything is being done in the dark window and people get intimidated. Oh, you have to do it everything on command line and you have to remember all this. Yeah, you have to remember some stuff, but not all of it. Once you understand it, you'll get it. Okay, so all these are same exact command, 0 and greater than, automatically put it. So this is the command we're gonna use day in and day out here. So we don't have to worry about adding extra You don't have to worry about adding that extra 0 or insert in there. But there will be a time when we're doing scripting, we have to tell what input script you have to put it in there, what input file you have to put it in there. Okay, so I explained, so that's why I explained you output first, then input first, then 2 greater than sign. Do we have time? We don't have time, so I'll start on that tomorrow. So the content of file 1 and file 2 are copied to file 3. And in fact, this is also used to have something like this. Let me run cat file 1. In the old days, you do it and then you do file 3, right? In the old days, you have to type 1 greater than. It's the same exact file 3. It will do a same exact result. So this used to be old days. Now you just don't have to do it. You just have to give one single greater than sign. Or if you want to add to the file, you used to do this. And you do cat file 3. So it kept the existing line and added the new lines to that file. This part you just have to understand that you have to give extra 2 lines in there. I mean extra 2 greater than sign. This will protect, or this will add to the line. So here I'm going to explain here a redirector. So here is the good time to do insert redirector 0. So there are 3 redirectors and this is redirector 0. Redirector 0. Okay. And then here this is redirector 1. Cat file 1 is the same thing. If you put like 1, it will do it. If you do this thing here, I'm going to take out 2 here, okay? No, I'm going to keep it because it's going to okay, so cat file 1, file 2, single greater than. So what will happen is content of the file 1 and 2 are copied to file 3. Okay, this is what it is. And in the old days, what you have to do is you have to give 2 greater than sign. So I'm going to put it in here. In fact, let me clear this. I'm going to do cat file1 file2, okay, and 1 greater than sign. 1 greater than sign file3. This command and this command, they both are same. Okay, all two are same. One is automatically inserted by the it's inserted by Linux, right? Is that what I put in there? Inserted by system. Okay, hope that is not too difficult. It's simple here. I mean, don't sweat on this. This is just only for understanding here, okay? And it's going to be the same thing here. Single greater than. I don't have to explain that anymore. I have to put 1 in here. You know, because we're not using it, so I'm not going to explain it anymore. So if you, the only thing you remember is if you do 2 greater than sign, it will keep the existing sign. To keep the existing line as well as add to it, use this 2 greater than sign. If you do single one, it's going to do a damage. That file will be overwritten. Okay, I think we have enough for today. I will catch up tomorrow. And don't worry about this. I will give you the exercise during the week, just like this. That way it will hone in your skills. Okay, please use the chat group. If you have any questions, put it in there. And then I want somebody to reply. If nobody could reply, then I will reply